Welcome, everybody, once again to Chip Damage, the late-night FGC and popular culture late-night show that nobody asked us to make. We're coming to you live from the 4HM Fortress in Nashville, Tennessee, where we are currently experiencing a torrential rainstorm that's already knocked out our power once or twice. So we do apologize if we go dark again. Our deepest and sincerest apologies about that. We will try and get back online as soon as possible if that happens, and if we're not able to, now you know why. Once again, I want to remind everybody to wear your masks when you gather in public. And please, 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 just as soon as you're able to, get the vaccine. We've put in a lot of work here at the Fortress to make sure we can all be safe while we're together, but lest you not forget that there is still a global pandemic. Everybody stay vigilant. We're trying out a slightly different shape for the show tonight to keep the final runtime for the YouTube video down. So what we're going to try is running our formal show program during the first 55 to 65 minutes, and then at the end, we'll reset for our Twitch exclusive programming. So stay tuned after our farewell for some more retro sports video game action. Thanks for joining us. This week we played the Guilty Gear beta, and we're going to tell you all about it. Nintendo stuffed us full of Pokemon news, and Square Enix announced that they're finally going to remake the remake of Final Fantasy VII's most recent remade remake. All this and more tonight on Chip Damage. I don't think they heard that either.
Let's go.
And we're here.
We made it.
We out here, folks. What's poppin', everybody?
Hey, welcome so much to our co-host. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
First of all, let's start with our main man. The main man. Don't forget, because we're in his house.
Well, no, I'm Galga, Dell. Most people know me. I got my boy over here.
You can just call me Uncle Viz, but most people just call me Viz. But.
We got a good show here for you guys tonight. Like Zach was saying, we survived a rainstorm. Power went out. We're still here. Hopefully, we're catching the butt end of it, and should be smooth sailing.
It's pretty raunchy outside right now.
Yeah, it's
kind of fucked up.
It's rumbling the house.
It's kind of fucked up.
If we've proved anything so far, it's that we're perfectly capable of messing up the show even without the weather intervention. So
Exactly.
I ain't scared of the weather.
We're just fucking pros at
As
it.
soon as I say that, just
You can break it and fix anything.
that's a fact, yeah.
It's just a man-made natural talent.
Speaking of fixing things, you guys see that Nintendo's redoing Diamond and Pearl?
Bro.
oh man, they've been on a spree of remaking some of the classics.
They're remaking everything right now.
I know Diamond and Pearl was a pretty hype game for a lot of people. I played Diamond and Pearl when I was a kid.
See, I didn't play Diamond and Pearl like that. I beat like maybe 3/4 of the game, but Diamond and Pearl is probably my second favorite gen.
Yeah, it's
Gen 4 is kind of lit.
Pokemon's getting kind of crazy. They got a
It
couple
is.
games lined up that I saw they announced, and a couple hitting the nostalgia, and one that seems to be the one everyone wants.
The one everyone needs.
It's like straight like Breath of the Wild style.
Yes.
Which I think that's. I mean, it looks.
Yeah. I think it's
Looks
going to look
good.
pretty good. I think it's going to be pretty.
I saw a tweet leading up to the announcement that was so on the nose. Somebody saying, like, I would give anything for a Pokemon Universe Breath of the Wild style, open world experience game, like 10 minutes before the Nintendo showcase went live, to the point where I almost feel like they had insider information, right?
Oh yeah.
Like
That's
that
some meta
has to
shit
be
right there.
that like almost has to be a Nintendo
That's-
employee. Like
that's
how
meta.
on the nose that call out was, because who could have known that?
That's just some apprentice making some random tweet.
I'm curious how that game's gonna be though. Like in the trailer, you saw the person just ran up right to the Pokemon, and just caught him, didn't even fight him, just like threw a ball at him.
I feel like that's how it would be in a game like that. Because I feel like if you try to do like the traditional Pokemon style, it's just not going to work out.
I
So I,
wonder
feel
if
like
I
it's
can-
going to be really, really clunky.
Hopefully in the beginning, I can just like fist fight the Pokemon, like right out there.
Yo, you want to square up with the fucking Piplup? Got square with fucking Piplup, bro?
I'm out there boxing Metapod.
Yo, I would buy that game, no cap.
Same,
I'm definitely
yeah.
buying a game like
Yeah,
that,
po-
100%.
Pokemon definitely brought the hype. There's I'm excited for that game coming out. So
I'm all in on it because it has my single favorite Pokemon of all time, Bidoof.
oh, Bidoof. They
Yeah,
did show
I
a
saw
lot of
roaming
Bidoof.
Bidoof in that.
You would be a Bidoof fan.
Yeah.
You,
Oh my god! What if like perfect Bidoof shows up?
the perfect Bidoof.
That it's not Arceus at the end of the game. It's perfect Bidoof.
Perfect
Perfect
Bidoof.
Bidoof. Yeah.
Bidoofius.
Let's just take out God. Just put
Yeah.
it
He
in
just
fucking
descends
Bidoof.
down. He's like,
Looking like Zamasu, bro.
he just like one shots Arceus out of the way.
Yeah.
In the basket of Nintendo news, they also showed us a deeper, long look at the remake of Pokemon Snap, which is like another all-time super classic.
Oh, dude, I am
Pokemon
beyond.
Snap is that game is legendary.
I'm beyond.
That game is
excited for Pokemon
super
Snap.
underrated. That game is super underrated.
That was one of the games I played. I remember playing that game, like, God, going to your friends and like chilling. Dude, remember going to Blockbuster and getting your photo printed at the little booth?
Blockbuster.
I really hope there better be a way I can print my photos.
Yeah.
I swear.
Let me upload it. They'll probably do like, since it's a newer generation, they'll probably do something like you can link your accounts like Instagram on Twitter, and like whatever shot you take, just immediately.
That's it, right? I mean, that is literally what they have to do.
They showed in the trailer it's gonna have like a really comprehensive like photo system. Like you upload your photo, there's like the favorites that get featured and all this craziness. No, I want like a little printer. No, I actually bring Blockbuster back so I can walk into it, print out my Pokemon stickers, put them on my binder, and then head out.
Yeah, we were talking about it before the show, and I think,
Flex.
Viz, what you said is absolutely what's going to happen. You're going to be able to link your Instagram account, and you're going to be able to do a photo direct from the game to Instagram. I think that's, like, so genius that if they don't have that, it'll be a crime.
That's a mistake. That's a mistake.
Yeah.
If they don't do that.
But B, part of me hopes that they do produce a really small, new dot matrix printer that you connect to your Nintendo Switch via USB, and you make those old, awful to look at photo stickers.
Now,
That would be
what
good
did that
too.
shit come out? Was that should come out like, was it the original game or was it like the Game Boy Color?
I think it was Game Boy Color. Where, yeah.
Was it Game Boy Color?
Came with the little camera and the thing was crazy.
Yeah.
You could like, it was a camera like a printer at the same time or something like that.
It was two devices. So Game Boy Camera came out. It honestly looked like one of these Razer Kaio webcams that we use now, but then there was another accessory that came out at the same time called Game Boy Printer. And Game Boy Printer was connected with a link cable, and you could print into a dot matrix printer that were printed on receipt paper.
Dude, your Game Boy always looked like a monster toward the end when you had all the accessories. It's like, yeah, let me just pull my Game Boy out, boys, and it's just like,
Yeah.
Looks like a fucking Megazord.
Yeah.
Look like a Digimon.
it's like you're hopping in your car. It's like, oh, that's not my car. That's my battery
my
charger
Game Boy,
for my
actually.
Game Boy.
A 2-level magnifier with handles on the side and 2 flashlights on octopus
stabilizers.
arms.
It was like brighter than the sun.
Yeah.
It's like,
A whole unit to attach it to the back seat of the passenger seat of your car. It's like,
Dude, it was a game changer when the SDs came out and then they had the light in the back. I was like,
Yes.
yo, that was a big game changer.
bro, I used to have like the little lamp you had to like attach on to the top
I
of
remember
the
that.
top of your Game
Dude,
Boy.
Every single
That baby ass battery.
I remember every single street light we drove through. That's when it's got a quick. If you're playing Pokemon, you wait to do your move. Like,
Like a whoop. Man, the good old days when we were fucking young.
oh man, but Pokemon's definitely hitting that nostalgia
Yeah.
with me right now. So I'm excited for all 3 of those games. You got the remake of Diamond and Pearl. Obviously, everybody. I would love them to do Pokemon Stadium since I see they're on the track of remaking their own
Pokemon
game.
Coliseum too.
Pokemon Coliseum. Oh my god. I know everybody wants another. What was the fighting game called again? It was a
Pokken Tournament.
Pokken Tournament. That game's really fun. And
Pokemon's super fun.
I would like to see another one.
That game's legit. It's a game that you, on the surface, you won't take it seriously because it's Pokemon. But once you actually
you start
play
getting
it,
sweat.
Exactly, bro. Like you start playing it, like hold up,
You're doing
this
like,
game got mechanics.
Doing like tick throws with Machamp. I'm like, well, why does it have this? Like,
I saw like a legendary, like a really well done, almost like Vice style documentary about Pokken, the first like round of tournament players in
Oh,
Pokken,
really?
and how like storied all those guys were. They had a couple of, I mean, anybody who's been in the scene knows this, but there's like a couple of like outstanding players from Germany that were making these really epic U.S. runs and just, you know, more or less bankrupted themselves traveling to the U.S. to play that game.
but they had
So
to prove
nothing
they were
really
the
changed
best.
between then and now in fighting games.
They wanted to prove that they're the
They
best.
said, let me spend a 2 months paycheck just to go play this fighting game.
Yeah.
And then get a fucking controller as a reward.
Exactly.
But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, it kind of blew my mind how like big the Pokken scene was. I was like,
Pokken
oh, wow.
is huge.
They took it really serious. I was like, okay. I mean, I can see why. It's a dope game.
Yeah, the documentary described them as both large and quiet, right? They were huge. I mean, they were like super substantial, and they had their own events, these like multi-leg, multinational events, but just nobody knew they were there. I mean, the club, I think, was like so insular, right?
Oh yeah.
A niche, an already niche genre.
Right, yeah.
That's just how it is sometimes.
It's kind of like a death sentence. I did see, though, that same day, somebody had that epic tweet that predicted the release of Legends Arceus. I saw a tweet like less than 5 minutes later where somebody was just thanking the Pokemon Company for Pokken 2 as if it had definitely already been announced. Like the most sincere, they were like, "Thank you, Pokemon Company, for Pokken 2. We've been asking for it. And we thought you weren't going to do it. We're just so glad to see it on store shelves." And I was like, I was hoping beyond hope that was also like just a really hard read prediction.
I'm like based off of the stories that we just heard. Who knows? They're kind of speaking it into existence. They should probably do that with some certain anime fighting game called Dragon Ball and Rollback.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bandai Namco and Arc System, for putting Rollback in Dragon Ball
we've
Fighters.
been
It's much
spoiled by
appreciated.
Yeah, they had called us all. They said the Americans were annoying for asking for it, but when we
just took
we sent them all that questionable stuff in their mail personally, and
It just took a pandemic for us to finally get some rollback.
Exactly.
yeah.
Okay, wait, before we even move on, can we talk about why Pokemon just did a live concert with Post Malone?
Post Malone.
You know, when I think of Pokemon, the first thing I think of is
Post Malone.
And pounding a Bud Light.
That concert was probably one of the most bootleg things I've ever seen in my life. Like, you had Charmander T-posing behind Post Malone as he like rolls out from the fucking grave.
Forgot to animate him.
Like flying through like a forest underwater through lava. The whole animation is like him like in Alice, just like a fucking robot, bro.
The tweets coming out of that, someone posted a picture of Post Malone with Gyarados flying over him. It's like, yo, is that Post Malone and Gyarados? ... That's crazy.
Yeah.
What a twisted world we come to.
What must the marketing budget have been for that too? Because I don't know about you guys, but I saw that every single time I logged into Twitch for
it
the
was
last several weeks, And YouTube as well. It was coming up as interstitial ads all the time, and then the whole thing was 12 minutes long.
Yeah, it was totally. I was surprised how long it was. Only 12 minutes.
Yeah,
thought it
that's
was
like
gonna be longer.
millions of dollars in marketing for that.
And then they announced more coming. Like Katy Perry's next.
Katy
I'm
Perry,
like,
bro.
let's get Snoop Dogg in there and Dr. Dre. Like, let's tear it up, dude.
But let's ask the real question: did this mean in the next Pokemon? Who knows? The Diamond Pearl remake, we could be getting Post Malone.
That's true.
I'm just saying, like, it's like what if you fight motherfucking Arceus or fucking Palco?
Arceus turns into Post
He
Malone.
turns into Post Malone, or like as soon as you're about to beat it, and, like try to capture it, you're like, no, you can't capture another trainer's Pokemon. You're like, wait, what the fuck? Post Malone just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You're like, let's go, motherfucker.
He's the Professor
He's the
Oak of
final
the game.
boss.
Oh,
You every legendary from every generation.
Oh, you thought, and then he shotguns 11 Bud Lights. Wow.
That's too funny. I'm really surprised too. Like, it was like a YouTube video. Like, I thought they were gonna do it like in the game or like, you're talking about Fortnite did their
Fortnite,
concerts.
yeah.
Right, I was ready for like a transformative media experience, and they literally
It was just
played
a
a
shitty middle school music
pre-recorded
video.
It was really just a music video.
Yeah. Did like 3 songs and then he like deuced out.
He had like
Jigglypuff got mad.
He did the thing at the end where he thanked everybody for 25 years of what I'm sure he didn't know, but he like said it, and it was so distant. It's almost like they like called him on the phone, but they could only get him for like 6 minutes, and they're like, "Hey, can you thank everybody for this thing we're about to do?" And he's like, "What is it?" And they're like, "You're wasting so much time. Start talking."
I was just thoroughly convinced that during the whole concert, they just had Post Malone in a mocap suit in like a random studio, just doing some random ass movies.
Yeah.
He's like, what am I doing in here? Just dance.
Yeah.
Like he sung a whole verse with the microphone like fucking on his hip.
Yeah. Even as far as like animated characters go, that's bad form. I'm like,
Yeah.
I shouldn't be able to hear him, and he's a cartoon.
I hope some of you were able to catch that experience.
'Cause it
But
was
if you haven't, please
once
go
in a
back and
lifetime
watch it.
opportunity.
It happened right before us too, and I was worried. Like, will the whole world be watching? I mean, will there be anybody left to watch our show?
Like, we had to follow up after that.
Yeah.
Like Post
Damn.
Malone, Pokemon's 25-year anniversary celebration.
The
Like,
single most captivating thing ever on television.
The event of the year.
they thought Smash Bros had epic crossovers. No. Pokemon was like, hold up.
That was a gag we kept making, right? We were watching it before this while we were sitting around the
Hold my
studio. Everybody kind of at a different one point or another had made more or less the same joke of like, at the end of this, is Post Malone getting announced for Smash?
He's trying to get confirmed for Smash.
His final smash, he's gonna hotbox the entire school.
Right.
He's just gonna have a Glock.
Yeah,
Thanks for
this-
joining the Pokemon concert, guys. And then Sakurai comes out and explains his full new moveset for like 48 more minutes.
And And then another concert happens after it.
Yeah.
That's his final smash was the 12-minute video.
Right.
That's
Oh, that
Oh
is
my
the
God.
smash.
That was the sneak peek. So if you get hit by it, you have to watch the 12-minute
Yeah.
video.
Yes.
And if you turn your game off, your file gets deleted. So
Oh, they'll love that. Smash players will love that.
I can't wait till we get a a Cardi B fighters concert.
Cardi B
'Cause when I think of fighters, I think of Cardi B mix up. You know,
It's got to be Soldier
Same.
Boy.
Soldier.
It's got to be
You're right.
Soldier Boy.
It's gotta be Soldier Boy, dude. Through the sparking glass.
Really? Yes.
He's just badly AI replaced onto Yamcha. He's just
Oh,
like
God.
jiggling. Transformative.
This is what
Media's
I need.
come a long way.
This is what I need.
Oh man, but I am pumped beyond recognition for these Pokemon games.
Yeah.
And then we also got speaking of remakes, I mean Final Fantasy.
Fantasy getting another remake, bro.
There was so much Square Enix info dump, man. They just never stopped. It was like 3 days of like, oh, and also,
like,
and then one more thing.
They're like, did you play Final Fantasy VII? Well, here's Final Fantasy VII released as
them-
Final Fantasy VII.
It surprised me how much of a budget they have to keep remaking the same game.
Yeah.
They just remade it, but in chibi form.
Yeah, like
Right.
the whole like what are you talking about? Like the whole game is in chibi form.
Exactly. And then,
It
Well, it's like-
it looks like their plan is to do, like they were speaking from, they wanted to do 7 chronologically, every story element that's ever been covered. So every prequel, all of Advent Children, like this, and they're going to sequelize it. So there'll be a bunch of little, and I think it's a mobile app, so it's going to be a million
mobile
little
app.
things you get while you follow it from start to finish. So they could be publishing that for like another
while.
18 months, you
Yeah,
know?
'cause they got the Final Fantasy VII upgrade to PS5, and then there's the PS5 exclusive. I think you get that side story.
yeah, you do.
What was her
plus-
name? Was like Yuffie or I
Yeah,
forgot what her name
they
was.
can put some microtransactions in, get a little bit of extra cash flow from the kids.
Next thing you know, like Squiddy was saying, we're gonna get Cloud and Sephiroth in Fortnite.
It's a matter of time at this point, right?
I'm
I mean,
just saying, we're gonna get Master Chief, Cloud, Sephiroth, Ryu, and Chun-Li all in one Fortnite game.
It's
yeah.
happening. The most ambitious crossover yet.
Did Fortnite have a main character? I mean, there's so much like
They had original characters. They did have original characters.
Yeah, they do. The guy that's collecting everybody, I'm pretty sure, is like an OG dude.
Yeah.
And then they got the pinata, right? The pinata's a character.
Yeah, the piano that now busts out your fucking chest.
Dude, they put.
They put Ripley and the
sad
fucking
about it.
Xenomorphs from Alien into Fortnite, and they had the pinata burst out of your fucking
It
chest,
just stays there.
and it just stays there.
Why does that game have Star Wars, Marvel, DC, like
They
John
got-
Wick?
yeah.
They got
That
more
was the
DLC
first
than
game.
any fighting game I can possibly think of.
We're gonna have was it Capcom versus Neo Geo in Fortnite
In
before we get
Fortnite,
it anywhere else?
we're gonna get Marvel versus Capcom 4 in Fortnite.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
Fortnite will just be an engine to present other non-Fortnite games.
Oh my god!
What a beauty! What a fucking beauty!
Well, I mean, I like Final Fantasy, but I'm curious. I did crack up when they did the graphic comparisons. It's like PS4, PS5 graphic difference, and
It's
like
like
it got brighter.
Of like just a little bit more fog.
That's what I noticed the most of anything. I'm like, are they just showing me more fog
Like,
physics?
It's
That's
like here's
insane.
more fog and lights.
Yeah. Well, in the
Someone just
PS5
lighten up.
version, it has so much fog that it equals out to almost being like a shorter draw distance. So there's a lot of those ABs where the PS5 footage looks objectively worse. At least I guess subjectively worse. But I thought that the fog actually makes it seem like the machine is doing less on PS5.
They added It looks like they added a classic mode too, where you could play the game with like OG graphics. I think I saw that.
That would be
somewhere in the
hilarious.
trailer.
That would be hilarious.
I might have been, or I might have seen it somewhere
Yeah,
else.
why would I use the newly fangled PS5 graphics where I can play as like 4 polygon cloud?
Yeah, a PS1 emulation.
That was what game did it? Was Master Halo, the Halo 2 remakes
Yeah,
and stuff.
mhm.
You could like switch between the old graphics and the new.
You can do the same thing with some of the Tomb Raider games.
Oh,
Like
really?
you can go from like the new HD Lara Croft to like the 8 polygon pyramid titties Lara Croft, and it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, talk about low poly characters. That you could count the Tomb Raider's polygons on one hand using
Yes.
2 of your fingers.
Graphic Joan, Jill.
Oh god.
Speaking of new graphics, I think people have been like somewhat up in the air about what they think about the final look of King of Fighters 15 coming from SNK. But
KOF 15. It does look a little. It doesn't look as good as KOF 13 because KOF 13 is obviously like is like one of the epitome of graphics for a fighting game.
Yeah.
KOF 15 doesn't look bad. Personally, I didn't think KOF 14 looked terrible. It didn't look fantastic, but it didn't look terrible like everyone said it was. KOF 15 looks all right. It's in the same style as Sam Show.
It just has that vibe. Like when I first saw it, it just didn't. I felt like it was like a PS3 game. I don't know.
That's what, like everyone said, like, is this a PS2 game?
I love
bro,
I love
crazy.
King of Fire. Like I'm excited, but it was
Yeah.
like you can do better than that. Especially when we all got spoiled with Guilty Gear.
Facts. Yeah, so like KOF 15 looks good. I remember in the round table that they did, Oda was asked, like, yo, are you putting rollback in KOF 15? This boy straight skirted around the question like a fucking Olympic skater. And then everyone was like, all right, boys, pack it up. KOF's not getting rollback. But they came out, they say KOF 15 will be getting rollback. However, it's the in-house rollback. So that raises the question, what type of rollback are we getting? Are we getting like the GGPO, like American Star rollback? Are we getting the Guilty Gear Strive rollback? Or are we getting the Capcom Street Fighter 5 that we got rollback at home type rollback? Whereas like they put the rollback feature in, but they don't put in the delay and they don't put in the fucking sync.
They're gonna. Well, I think with Guilty Gear kind of changing the landscape on that, like I feel like every game now is gonna have to
Exactly.
keep up on that because
A lot of these Japanese devs, it's like, oh, it's not worth it. It's cost too much money. It's all this and all that. Then ArcSys was like, let's just try it out.
Yeah,
They
then-
put it in this old-ass game. Actually, SNK did the same thing for KOF. They put in these old-ass game, and they'll say, oh, no one will actually like it. Then boom, everyone fucking liked
was
it.
playing it. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, that was
SR became, like, one of the
2002
most
Yeah.
unlimited match, and it had so they saw the same thing. I mean, the play numbers
Yeah.
on the day of the release of that beta were
Insane.
it was
It crashed the
outperforming
servers for
every
2
single
days.
modern fighting game. You know,
Like,
I don't
they-
know how they could
it's like you
continue
get-
to ignore it.
Like when Frosty Fossings happened, like half of the games were old
Yeah,
school games. They had, like Third Strike.
Yeah. You've done
and-
this to
And
yourself.
Fighting Herds was up there. 'Cause they had
Exactly.
Good, you know, we gotta have good. You gotta have good netcode.
So I'm hoping that a lot of these Japanese devs in particular can look at the success that the Strive beta had, because it was so good it crashed the servers. Whether there was too many people signing on at once or their servers were just ass in the first place, we'll have to find out. But I do hope that these other Japanese devs take notice of that. Like, yo, we should put this in all of our games now. There's no reason a game like KOF 15, the series that a lot of people like, should not have rollback netcode, especially in 2021.
It's not. It's not. It's. There's no excuse to not have rollback netcode
Exactly.
now. And as I was saying, with all the tournaments now being online, all the big majors and everything, watch the success of Guilty Gear, because I'm calling that game's gonna explode.
Facts.
Everyone's playing it. The fact that you can have Goichi and Sonic Fox run sets with each other with no lag at all is insane.
It looks like SNK is feeling the heat. I pulled up this article on Event Hubs, and it looks like, just based on how Oda's talking about it, he says right here, can't make any promises. There's still a lot of work remaining. And that's after he tweeted about it definitely having in-house rollback, right? So it's interesting. He's like, we got rollback, and then he knows that we still have to look at it, like it'll be experienced. And so he's like, this to me reads as him saying, or as SNK saying, it's gonna suck, our bad, but like we do hear you, right?
best.
And it's almost like
Sorry.
we bothered them enough that they do feel the need to yield, and so I think they probably will do the best they can, whether that means like consulting people who've implemented it successfully before.
Yeah.
Tell you, I'm just like, the last thing I want. Well, that raises the question: would you rather have a typical delay-based netcode, or the shitty we have rollback at home? I think that's an interesting question, because they're both trash.
It's like,
And when you really think about it, they're kind of the same thing. Like Street Fighter 5 rollback, let's say, is rollback without the sync or the actual delay, so it's no different than regular delay-based netcode.
you remember when someone fixed their netcode and then
And then they said, "Oh no, no, no,
And
no,
then they
oh
got
no,
rid
no,
of
no,
it.
no,
made it better, and they're like, no,
no."
we're gonna do it, and then they made it shitty.
They said, "Excuse me."
So yeah, I'm actually really curious. Would people be interested in having a typical delay-based netcode, or having the in-house shitty rollback? How I think people would prefer the in-house shitty rollback, because they can try to do the mod that they did for Street Fighter 5,
Okay.
where like they can fix it and hope and pray that the devs don't, shoot them down.
I hope from my roots that King of Fighters comes out good. The rollback is amazing. I want to play that game so
Yeah,
bad.
facts.
Like it was one of my childhood games.
Just gotta wait and see.
But you know what did come out with incredible rollback that I think we all got a taste of was the Strive beta that
Guilty
happened
Gear
this
Survive.
week.
Oh man, Guilty Gear Strive. That game is. I know everyone says it's like a dumbed down version of Guilty Gear, but it's still like the Guilty Gear experience. So, like it's still fun. I'm still out there command grabbing with Potemkin. Sol's out there DPing the world.
You're a fucking Potemkin player. These fucking Potemkin players, bro. Yeah, look, obviously the game had a lot of hype during the beta. Obviously, because it looks beautiful and it has functional rollback.
Oh, the rollback's amazing.
So I feel like those are the two big points that you're going to hear. I think especially the rollback ones, the point you will keep hearing because that's a standard now. Like no one should ever step back from that position. In terms of gameplay, in total, I've heard mostly positive things.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of good things about it because everyone was scared that it was going to be dumbed down. It's going to be easier and like casual friendly.
Yeah,
it is. Casual as Guilty Gear can get.
Yeah,
you still have your crazy Roman cancel mechanic, and it's got a lot to delve into.
Yeah, the main issue that I'm hearing from all sides, both from new Guilty Gear players and the Guilty Gear veterans, is that the Gatling system is some booty butt cheeks. It desperately needs help. It feels clunky, feels slow. It just doesn't feel good to do anything. Now, I believe they have a functional reason to do that. It was because in the previous Guilty Gear games, one button would kind of just do everything for you. I'll just do jab, slash, heavy slash, and then boom, we're in there. But they're like, no. Let's roll it back. Let's give every normal its own individual function so we don't have like that one size fits all.
Yeah.
But I will say what I think about it probably doesn't matter all that much. But we do have someone whose opinion does actually matter. We did get a resident Guilty Gear player, one of the Guilty Gear OGs. He's really, really famous.
Oh, yeah. I looked up his tag multiple times on YouTube.
I was a fucking god. So let's head over to our homeboy, Sol Badplayer. And what do you have to say about the Gatling system so far?
Volcanic Viper.
Oh, man. Like, what he was saying there with the defense mechanic being as complex as it is. Like,
yeah. I think it definitely...
That's why he's a pro.
Facts. I think it definitely has a lot of room to grow. It's not going to be the best game on release, but give it some time, maybe give it a handful of patches, I think it's going to be great.
Oh, I think, too, like I said, with the whole pandemic going on, I think Guilty Gear is about to ride a huge wave. And I think we're about to see a lot of people who didn't play Guilty Gear playing Guilty Gear. They got, like, Jay Wong playing Guilty Gear.
Yeah, Jay Wong's playing Guilty Gear.
My favorite comment so far, ever since Guilty Gear has disappeared the beta, is all the Dragon Ball Fighter players are like, wow, I played an actual fighting game.
Yeah, I played an actual fighting game, bro. That's crazy.
It's crazy. You have to actually, like, neutral? I can't just super dash?
You said I can't super dash?
I think you're about to see 90% of the FGC, everyone's just playing single-player games until April.
Something that a lot of people were talking about was the roster size. I think there's 15 launch characters.
Yeah, 15.
Some people are calling it small. It's an Arc Systems game. I think what a lot of people kind of, I don't know if they need to understand, but need to take into account that the way Arc System makes their models is incredibly intensive. It costs probably millions of, like, not hundreds of thousands, if not millions, to make one single character. So 15 is probably the most we're going to get.
And what's good about Guilty Gear too, it's like, Fighters has their unique players and everything, or all your fighting games, but Guilty Gear, each one of their characters is so like drastically different.
Yeah,
it's insane. So like it makes up with the meat and potatoes you get for some of these characters.
Yeah, they got the class. They got like Melia, May, Sol, Kai. Yeah. They got some newcomers with Geo. But I do kind of want to take into account that what are some of the Guilty Gear veterans, like what type of characters do they want to see back? So Sol, what type of characters are you looking to see now?
Volcanic Viper.
Wow, you know what? I don't think that's a character we've seen in probably a minute.
See, when he brings that up, that makes me like realize like how the roster like balances itself out.
Yeah.
With the amount of, man, that wisdom on that guy. But
it's really something. We need more people like that in the FGC. They kind of like talk about the new fighting games that are coming out.
You gotta get the word out there.
Exactly.
But like I said, this is gonna be a Guilty Gear that you're gonna see everybody playing. I'm excited. Yeah. The matches are fun. The game is still crazy. And I can't stop talking about the rollback enough. Like, dude, going back to any other game. After, I'm done.
Shout out to all my homies who went from playing Dragon Ball to Strive and went back to playing.
Oh yeah, dude. If your first fighting game, which a lot of people's it was, if your first fighting game was Dragon Ball Fighters,
that was pain.
And then you're like, I'm gonna play Guilty Gear.
That's pain.
I'm gonna learn how to play a fighting game.
That's actual pain. I do think. Oh, there's one thing that absolutely needs to be addressed, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's a beta, so we shouldn't really talk about it that much. It's going to be changed. But no, fuck the lobby system. The lobby system is some hot ass.
The lobby system.
The fact that we got people playing fucking Castlevania to find a fucking match is still beyond me.
It took me and Frenchie like 20 minutes to just like stand in front of each other.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I do want to ask our resident Guilty Gear player one more time. In terms of the lobby system, what type of changes would you like to see to the lobby system?
Volcanic Viper!
I didn't even think about that.
Oh shit.
If they implemented that, that would probably make the game a lot better. Actually,
Yeah.
Jesus, all right, we might have to tweet out.
Yeah, fuck. I was thinking kind of like a little bit of a smaller scale project, but
You hit it right on the head.
like I say, he's been a series veteran, so he knows what the fuck he's talking about.
I mean, he's got the sponsor.
got the
in front of his
experience.
name, so.
Frankly, I don't know how we were able to get him in here. I mean, I know we all know that he was definitely calling in from like rural Eastern Bloc Russia,
Oh yeah.
where he definitely lives. But
The fact that
Yeah,
he
he's been
took
having a
time
hard-
out of his busy schedule to help little old us is
on our show,
That's
of all
insane.
Truly
things,
amazing.
that's
Truly amazing.
wild.
It's been wild out there too.
yeah.
Who are you guys playing?
I was playing Potemkin. I was just
course you
grabbing people, but I like playing big grapplers. That's what I like. But I was having a fun time playing Milia too, because
Same.
she is
He's the
insane.
Potemkin.
Dude, Potemkin is probably the most terrifying character in that game. Next
The
to
fact
Sol.
that he can, the fact that he can make you block round start and then immediately super you is fucking
dude.
stupid.
Yeah.
one command grab does like 80%.
Bro, I
damage.
literally saw J1 dash up command grab, dash up command grab, dash up jump command grab, and he died.
But I love that J-Wog's played him, and he's like notorious for hating grapplers.
Fucking-
He's like, no one in my house will be playing a grappler, and here he is fighting the left end with Potemkin.
Yeah, I fucking hate all you goddamn grappler players. But in terms of myself, I'm playing most likely Ram and Eno.
Oh, Eno looks so exciting too.
I also can't wait for Eno.
Eno, I don't. Eno just looks cool. Like I just like her design. I'm always a design first player. Like I want to. If the character looks cool, I'll most likely try them out. And Eno has always looked cool.
I really like Chip, but he ain't looking too hot right now.
I heard Chip's kind of ass. I heard from some people that Chip's kind of ass, but it's Guilty Gear, so everyone's gonna have some kind of dirt to him.
What's is it? I always forget his name. The Blood Samurai.
Nago.
Nago?
Nago.
Yeah, Nago. I know
Nago
everyone
Yuki.
like he keeps going up and down between is he good, is he bad? I think once people get their hands on him, like I want to see some crazy Nago shit. He's just like a straight wild character.
So this is the other half of the box fan effect. I played some offline sets with Box, and he plays Nago. Do I think Nago's good? I don't fucking know, because Box just does shit. Box will do whatever the fuck he wants to do. It'll make it look good. So it's hard to say who's good and who's bad. But the one thing I did notice is that he would be beating me. He activates his like blood drive or blood rage. The next thing you know, he loses half of his HP, and I didn't even touch him.
Jeez.
Then I just throw out double sword and he dies.
I really want to see. I want to see Faust get a little bit more love because my buddy plays Faust, and we could definitely tell that he wasn't as threatening as he was in the games before.
Because I did hear Hook Gang God said, can't really listen to what Hook Gang God says sometimes. Because he said Janimba was ass, and we all saw how that turned out. But he did say that he didn't say Faust was bad, but he said Faust wasn't living up to what
Yeah.
he used to be.
Yeah, because he was playing the hell out of Faust, and then he was like, "Yeah, this character's not good."
Which actually, what I feel is the overall consensus moving from Zerg Rev 2 into Stride.
Yeah.
That a lot of the characters don't feel as good as they used to because they've been changed to fit the new system mechanics. Like Ram used to be able to do a lot of set play with her swords, but she can't really do that now.
Yeah.
Like she only gets.
I mean, she's still pretty deadly though.
Oh, she's still super
yeah,
late.
they-
Sonic Fox and Goichi were both.
Oh
tearing
yeah,
it up.
Ram Lethal's still pretty insane. May's been pretty crazy. I see nothing but hate toward May's Dolphins on Twitter.
That's been my experience.
Yeah, Zach's been wrecking people with
Yeah,
May.
Yeah, I
Just
think
Dolphin. You ever do Dolphin
Every
in
day
the
I wake
Dolphin?
up in a cold sweat thinking of those damn dolphins.
you said the same thing but less. I think that applies here because I feel like May and Strive is just like basically plus R or Exard May happening in slow motion, but it feels 100% in universe in that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still feel like I'm going faster than everybody else. Because of Dolphins.
Said Dolphin and Free Willy, bro. What a combo.
Yeah.
What a fucking combo.
But all dudes, Sol is a madman in that game.
Sol is a
and
madman.
he
Kai with the fucking
Kai's got the
dragon
dragon install.
Melia, I think Melia is gonna be really good. Personally, I think Melia.
Oh, Melia, I can already see Melia's getting crazy.
Her Oki. A lot of people are saying like the Oki in that game is really suspect, and I feel like it's gonna be the same effect as with Dragon Ball. Oki in that game is not that great. Gotenks eliminates that issue. Melia kind of does the same thing.
Yeah, and she's pretty much a Dragon Ball Z character. The amount of
Exactly.
like speed and options she has
She's
to get
really
in there.
fast. She has, I think she has a couple of plus on block moves. She has really good mix, good Oki. I think she's gonna be really good.
And no hairpin. Do you guys
no
remember
hairpin.
on Twitter seeing she was?
Oh, people were freaking out.
Yeah,
that
they
she
were
didn't
like
have a
DOA.
hairpin.
She's dead on arrival. She has no hairpin. This isn't a character anymore.
Don't you love Twitter, bro?
I'm
The
like,
map's so
wait,
small, it doesn't even matter in this.
Don't
Yeah.
you love fucking Twitter, bro? They'll just look at
Right.
anything. You're like, it's fucking
Booty.
trash.
Yeah.
It's booty butt cheeks.
Booty butt cheeks.
Geo, I feel like she's gonna be pretty high tier. I don't think she's gonna be top tier, but I think she's gonna be high tier.
I keep seeing a lot of mixed reviews about her too. Like,
That's also the most controversial character I've seen.
yeah,
too.
everybody was like super hyped that she was gonna be super flashy because she's not like crazy, like
Yeah.
super flashy. She's pretty much like basics down mechanics.
Yeah.
I mean, she's mixy and she's really awesome, but
Just a good brush off. I feel like with the main thing, because here's the difficult part. Some of my homies are saying that she's kind of ass. Well, not ass, but like she has a lot to be desired. And I'm seeing like a bunch of other people say the exact opposite. So, and people are calling her the female Bardock. She has
Yeah,
a
I could-
lariat
I could see
plus
that.
on block moves. She can just bully her way inside. Her pressure is absolutely insane. Good RPS, amazing damage. So I feel like where she sits, well, I can't say tier list because the game isn't fucking out. Yeah, we're gonna get the day
Beta
negative,
tier
the day
list.
negative 45 tier list. That's shit that we've already seen. So I can't say exactly where she's gonna be because we gotta take into account of Eno. We're gonna get a bunch more characters once the game comes up because we only had like a small handful in the open beta. But I think she's gonna be decent. But we have to take all this with a grain of salt because they can add or subtract anything from the data that they get from the open beta.
yeah, the one thing I really, really hope that they do not do is implement big nerfs. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a Potemkin player. If you're gonna nerf him, he does do a lot of damage. Nerf his damage.
Yeah.
If anything, buff some of the other players, give them more mechanics, make them,
Yeah.
exactly.
Give him a safe jump.
But you need I hope they don't just go on a nerfing spree because nerfing always hurts. Buffing more characters.
Yes. Nerfing
better out.
nerfing sucks. It's
Yeah.
some.
I just don't want the character to disappear. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
still-
one of those things like sometimes you can argue a nerf is needed, but I think most of the times you can just argue more that a buff to the other characters is just
Yeah, like
it's
what's the
just-
fun of making a character less viable instead of just making more other characters?
exactly like why
viable?
would you put this really dope ass character who can do this and do that and do that and do this, and then just chop it all down? So like, all right, so what's the point of spending the thousands upon $1,000 to make the fucking character anyway? You're just gonna nuke him.
So I hope they've been doing really well listening to the audience and like reactions to the game. Like the first beta that came out is so different from what it is now. It's insane. It's a completely different game.
A lot of people were like the game's looking pretty bad from the
the first
original demo.
The original demo was
Yeah.
nothing but hate. Everyone
Yeah,
was
it's
like, this
garbage.
game's gonna suck.
Garbage. They
And
do need
now
to
it's
fix
like-
the UI. The UI.
Yeah, the
I
UI
didn't talk
is
about the UI.
kinda-
The UI is fucking. It's almost as bad as playing Castlevania to find a fucking match.
But it's funny to see the 180 that this game did, though. So now it's like one of the most everyone loves it. It's one of the most
Yeah.
universally loved fighting games. It's not even out yet.
Exactly. I think the game is going to do really well on release, and because it's one of the only good games with rollback.
It's about to be a perfect storm for that game.
Exactly. I think it's gonna last a long time. I think the only thing close that could possibly dethrone it, I use that term lightly, would be a KOF 15 has good rollback, or if they finally decide to put rollback in Dragon Ball Fighters 2. If they make a Dragon
Man,
Ball
if
Fighters 2.
if they make it, I know it's hard to implement rollback into an
2025.
already existing, but if they make a new fighters, it has to have the rollback.
Yes. If it doesn't, it's gonna suck.
It's like
But
any
we're just
game
gonna have to look
coming
away.
forth has to have.
We're just
that
gonna have to
now.
look away. If it doesn't have rollback, just look away from it.
God, it doesn't
Just
exist.
look
You
away.
guys see that one? Oh, I don't. know
And-
what you're talking
who?
about. Who? What?
Who?
game?
That's right.
It's
You know, you guys know, I agree. I think Strive is going to be, I hope it comes out and it feels timeless immediately. But you know what game is never going to die? Fortnite. You know who just
Unfortunately,
showed up in Fortnite, you guys?
the ass cheeks of the century,
we
That's
got.
right, yeah.
Ryu and Chun-Li.
Yeah, they added Ryu and Chun-Li to Fortnite.
How much money did they pay for that?
I don't.
Or
Oh my
or should I say, how much money did Fortnite pay, or how much money did Capcom give?
That's what I was thinking,
That's-
right? Because
yeah.
I mean, Fortnite is so colossal at this point. Like, you have to think it almost makes more marketing sense to pay them to get in than it does to get paid for being in.
I feel like it's kind of like low key. I feel like it's kind of both, because Fortnite is like a huge like multimedia cultural monster right now, but so is Street Fighter. Street Fighter has always been like a cultural mainstay. You could argue that, you know, since Fortnite is for the younger audience, so paying to get Street Fighter in will lead to more sales, like Street Fighter 5. They're most likely releasing Street Fighter 6. They did say they're going to release Street Fighter 6 this year, but COVID cut that out.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I feel like in the end, it could go back for it, but I do agree. I think Capcom probably threw some money over with Fortnite to put Ryu and Chun-Li in as they try to build hype, trying to get the younger generation more accustomed to seeing Street Fighter characters.
Yeah, they're probably getting money just throwing it in because, like I said, they added Ridley and the Xenomorphs. I'm pretty sure Fortnite devs were like, "Hey, let's go get these characters for this game."
Yes, facts. Like I said, they want to get more young eyes in front of this new game that's going to come out with Street Fighter 6. And they're going to see a fucking ad for it on Twitch, and be like, "Hey, that's Ryu and Chun-Li from Fortnite. They gave them their own game. That's crazy."
Finally.
Bernie Sanders is confirmed to be the next Fortnite character.
Well,
I
and I
am
think
once again asking you to build.
the bottle's uncorked now, right? I mean, you can do
Anything
if
you
fighting
want.
games are back on the map, if we've got our Ryu and our Chun-Li in Fortnite, I mean, is there any real reason we couldn't start leasing and loaning our fighting game IPs into other major publishers?
I don't see why not.
Crossovers all day happening.
That's right. I've been thinking about that. You know what? I've actually been thinking about that so much. I think maybe we should make some calls and get some meetings going with some other major game publishers and just find out, you know, there's this huge roster of fighting game characters kind of just hanging out in their own IPs, and we really want to just get them across. So we developed a little section here that we're going to run where we're going to pitch some fighting game characters for some other massive popular franchises in a little segment that we are calling Brand and Butter Combos.
Let's go.
I love these intro cuts.
These intro cuts are amazing.
And so
Oh
we've
my
got them
God.
here.
All right, who do we got?
So these characters we're picking.
Yeah, so we
What's
got
happening
eight
here?
franchises. Look at us. We got Pokemon, Mario Kart Deluxe 8, Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, Final Fantasy, League of Legos, Metal Gear Solid, Assassin's Creed, Dark Souls,
Dank
and The
Souls.
Crossing of Animals.
And for the fighters, we've got Terry, we got Goku, that's Bedman, we got Valdo, that's Captain Falcon, Juggernaut, Hayachi, of course. We got Blitztank, we got Sub-Zero, and if you were wondering, that's Alice, who is the rabbit from Bloody Roar. Beloved franchise, Bloody Roar.
I'm already looking at these characters and imagining how better the games would be if Blitztank was in every single one of them.
Can we just copy and paste Blitztank into every category?
I need
Well-
Blitztank in Assassin's Creed because he's kind of the one that started the whole association.
Can I make an opening suggestion that maybe is too obvious?
Let's see. Oh my God.
You see, I was thinking about that, but you're right. I do think that's too obvious.
No, what
Maybe
if
it's
just
too
because
obvious,
Nintendo's
right?
Nintendo, Blitztank is riding a cart too? Like he's not
Yes,
even driving, he's on
yeah.
top of a little cart.
He's on top of 4 other carts.
You still give him carts. It's like a
Oh
cart
my God.
plane, and they're all painted different.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero's already got to step up on everybody on that.
Yeah, so he doesn't get a kart racer.
I will say, I think, well, here's the thing. Do we want something that would be accurate or something that would just be hilarious?
I think the idea here is that if we're going into pitch meetings with these major publishers, we just want to give them who we think they need, right? How are we going to move copies?
If that's the case, we could probably put Voldo in Resident Evil.
Fact, yeah. He's basically a
Like,
Resident
he's
Evil.
pretty much a Resident Evil character. He's the Garador from Resident Evil 4.
I could see you catching Baldo in Pokemon.
Can I make the argument that Voldo is also already covered in belts, and so maybe he's been a Final Fantasy
Maybe
character
he's a
the
Final
whole
Fantasy.
time?
If you're plus 3 belts, you're automatic Final Fantasy.
Yeah, that's too many belts for one man, and there's only one
Actually,
other
yeah,
franchise
yeah,
that does
Baldo
that.
weirdly works for so much stuff. He could be a
does.
Dark Souls boss.
He could be a fucking Assassin's Creed character.
Dude, he could be a Metal Gear boss. They definitely got a little wild
Okay,
there.
look at that. Let's put Voldo in Final Fantasy. But let's put Juggernaut in Resident Evil.
Dude,
Because
Juggernaut.
he's pretty much Mr. X. He's like the Mr. X and Nemesis and the fucking Big Cheese put together.
But like, 10 million more times more terrifying than those guys.
Dude, I kind of want him in Monster Hunter, and you have to actually take him down.
Oh, that's an idea. In Monster Hunter, he's a monster.
He can't win either.
I was going to put Alice in Monster Hunter. Should I put Alice in Animal Crossing?
Oh, I mean, that's
Yeah, she's practically a villager.
that's so perfect. So I keep thinking that Captain Falcon has to be a goddamn gym leader or something.
In Pokemon, I can see.
I can
has-
see that, yeah.
He's
he-
got.
He has
he's
like
got
nothing
that
but
aura.
Machamps.
What type is he using?
Fighting type.
Fighting. He only has like 8 Machamps on him
That's
at all
exactly
times.
right. That's exactly
And
right.
they like arm wrestle and like fight. You have to actually beat his Machamps and you have to fight him.
Yeah,
'Cause they're
he
the
is.
warm-up.
He is his sixth Pokemon. He throws a Pokeball and it opens and nothing comes out, and then he just takes 3 big steps forward.
He's like, "Show me your move." Dude, what do you do? He's just like one shot your Charizard.
Yeah,
He's like, "Come on."
Can you use Thunderbolt on a mirror man?
yeah,
the real
yeah, yeah,
question.
yeah. That's right.
Dude, let's go.
Do any of the moves work on him? What is he weak
What's
against?
happening? Dude, then he just Falcon punches you.
Yeah.
Yeah, another.
It's like your save file has been deleted.
Let's put Sub-Zero in Dark Souls.
Oh, that would actually be.
Yeah,
that would
that's
be
Sub-Zero
kind of
should be in
sick
Dark
being to
Souls.
play Sub-Zero in Dark Souls.
That seems pretty good.
He's definitely a Dark Souls.
Because you definitely
boss.
have. There's some ice powers you get in there. He would. Man, now I want that.
Yeah, I could feel
Oh my
you
God.
playing.
Oh shit! Yeah, it would be. He's got like Assassin's.
Dude, sneaking up behind people and just freezing them, like
That's true. Do we like him in? Do we like him in Creed better than Dark Souls?
that'd be kind of.
All right. I think this might be one of the hardest ones, or at least for me. Assassin's Creed, Heihachi or Goku?
Oh my God.
Goku, what does Goku do in Assassin's
Dude,
Creed?
Goku's like, I'm here to assassinate you. It's like,
He just Kamehameha has a whole fucking fortress. Like, all right, bro.
he's like, whoa, this guy's pretty tough. He just turns into like Super
Yeah,
Saiyan
just go
4.
Super Saiyan.
Time to go stealth mode.
Can we pivot? Can I say that I think Bedman is basically a Hideo
He is.
Kojima
He's a
character
Metal Gear
already?
He's a Metal Gear. Fuck
Dude,
yeah.
he was. That's Metal Gear's final form, dude.
Batman, League of Legends.
Bedman could be.
Oh, yeah.
He has the kit for it.
Oh
can
man,
see
he
Bedman
he
in
could
League
be
of
a really
Legends.
good Final Fantasy or League of Legends.
You
Yeah,
know what?
yeah.
I was thinking we could put him in Metal Gear, but with Heihachi, because the last 3 are just martial artists. Do we want a martial artist in League of Legends?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Lee Sin,
Fuck Lee Sin.
fuck you.
Fuck you.
I'm saying.
I think League of Legends is
Let's
silly
put Batman in
anyway.
League of Legends. Let's put Batman in League of Legends.
Too many normal guys.
He's
He's gonna
He's
be
a
mi-
juggler.
Yeah, no, he's
Overly complicated
He's-
mid laner that everybody will pick and then be like my skills though.
he'll be a jungler.
he's gonna be the new Yasuo.
These last 3,
Let's put.
I kind of want Terry in Resident Evil.
I was
Yeah,
thinking-
Terry's pretty much a Resident Evil character.
I was
But-
thinking the same
But then
thing.
I'm picturing
right?
Heihachi just like beasting through the whole game. Like Mr. X chases him and he just like one shots him away. And like
I mean-
Nemesis shows up, he throws him in a
I like-
volcano.
I mean, Terry he pulls up in the alleyway. Fucking Nemesis got his flamethrower, his Gatling gun, and everything. Terry just looks at him like, "Are you okay?"
Terry's gonna go around. He's gonna go around windscreening everybody. Like, what a
you
good
okay?
fight! Ha! Oh my
Bust that
god.
wave.
So
Just given what's left here, can I just say that I feel like maybe Goku's
Really?
been a Kojima character the
Nah,
whole
I don't know.
time?
I don't feel like Goku.
yeah,
should
how
be
did
in
we
Metal
end up
Gear.
with Goku in both of the like one of the stealth games?
That's like Goku in a stealth game.
Well, let's not be afraid to make some trades here at the last minute. 'cause
Okay, I am willing to put Goku in Dark Souls and put Sub-Zero in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Safe moves. Safe moves.
Actually, that makes sense. Goku would just be the final boss
Exactly,
of Dark
he's the
Souls
final
because
boss
it's
of the game.
already ridiculous. Did Heihachi?
Let's put Heihachi fucking Metal Gear.
Yeah, he has to be Metal
Like,
Gear. He's
the
pretty
one-
much
I'm not gonna
Liquid
lie,
Snake.
One of the things I picture in Metal Gear is just a bunch of old dudes. And he's the oldest
Oh, he's
dude on
perfect.
this.
Like Liquid Snake's show will be like, I've been Hiachi the whole time.
Well,
Exactly.
it makes sense too, right? Because Hayachi's consumed with a couple of things, right? Lineage, that's basically what Solid Snake is about,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then he has like there's like a conception of like family. Hayachi ticks a lot of boxes as a Kojima character. I
Oh
think.
yeah, he's.
He was not like involved with making the Metal Gears.
I wouldn't even doubt it.
They probably were.
His company's the one that. Oh my
Exactly.
God. Okay.
It's perfect.
There's like
perfect.
there's a through plot about like bloodline and inevitability, and then he throws like someone in a volcano.
He's, we will make Metal Gears. He's
We
just,
will
it's
make-
like, it's like, sir, he's like, where's my secretary? It's like, you keep throwing them in the volcano, sir. Like, there's no more.
Yeah.
I would also like to propose a last minute change.
Sure.
What if we put Blitztank in Resident Evil?
Oh my god.
He's pretty much a BOW
Dude,
already.
I'm
He's
just
a
picturing
BOW.
playing Resident Evil 4. The whole campaign is Blitzkrieg.
But does that
What's
mean
that?
that this is the trade?
Dude, Terry's copy and paste, man. That boy fit anywhere. You put him in
I mean, we
Monster
can,
Hunter.
you can also like trade Blitztank to Resident Evil, put Terry in Mario Kart, but then trade Terry with Bedman.
No, Bedman needs to stay in league. He's too.
You think so?
I agree. I like Terry
he's too
there, but
good
I
there.
don't like Bedman coming to Mario Kart.
Or swap Terry and Juggernaut.
Okay, you think Terry is a monster hunter?
Dude,
Terry could be a monster.
Juggernaut and Mario Kart, he's just goddamn Juggernaut charging the whole game.
Yeah, he's just running,
he's just
running the
sprinting
whole way.
and murdering anyone in his way.
and he's 400% the size of every other vehicle.
He's like, I think that's actually, yeah, that'd be a hilarious switch right there.
Okay.
And he's like,
You guys think Nintendo will go for it?
oh yeah.
Yes.
Falcon, Mario Kart,
What else are they gonna
Pokemon.
do with Captain Falcon?
Well, no, I would put Captain Falcon in Mario Kart, but they're just like teasing us in Mario Kart. You can ride his ship already. He has a map, and you can dress.
His,
He has two apps.
his game is pretty much Mario Kart already.
And you can dress your me up exactly as Captain Falcon. They're just like, hey, he's
so
in the
therefore
game.
Captain Falcon's already.
but he's
Mario
not.
Yeah,
already.
we talked about this before. Like, in what world does it make sense that Captain Falcon is not already in Mario Kart?
Exactly.
At the minute I pictured Captain Falcon like 1v8ing like a bunch of Machamps, it was solidified.
Yeah, I like him
So
there.
solidified.
I like him there a lot too. But
like-
seriously, Nintendo's only other popularized racing franchise has not been integrated with their racing franchise. Come on.
I know, that's crazy. What if we ever will get like one of those games again? Was it F-Zero, right? Like,
Yeah. Do you
Oh.
know what game we should get from Nintendo?
Star Fox.
Metroid Prime 4. Just saying.
oh man, we have.
Just saying.
It has been a while since a good Metroid game.
Just saying.
Should Samus?
Fuck you guys.
Should Samus have been on this list?
Samus is an amazing character. Bayonetta 3.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't got. I'm surprised we haven't got another Bayonetta.
With that attitude, they'll never come. Who?
Oh man, Half-Life.
Who?
Can I actually put a head crab in Pokemon?
Yes.
No,
I mean, strangely enough, that would fit because Pokemon got some fucked up lore.
Dude, it
The fucking drift balloon that sneaks into houses and just takes kids
He
away.
just steals. They talk about like eating like magic carps and stuff.
Like,
They're like, yeah, if you run into a Scyther, he was known for slicing people in half.
like, bro, I just can't take Pokemon lore seriously because they'll have the drift balloon that steals kids and like kills like fucking magic carps. Meanwhile, they made a literal pile of trash as a Pokemon. Like,
And then
what do you want me to do, guys?
There's that. I mean, everything from sentient trash all the way to Mewtwo, which is just like an ascendant
Which is
human.
just God.
Yeah.
And not to mention Arceus, who's also just
Yeah.
a
So
god.
what
yeah,
happens
yeah.
when you catch Arceus? Like,
Like
do you
Dialga
just
and Palkia,
do
you
you
can just
become-
control time and space.
do you become God if you catch Arceus? Like, is that
Fucking
Yeah.
guess so. Like, if you can catch one, you fucking deserve to be
like,
a
hey, I
god.
caught
Right.
the Pokemon that like
That
made
created all of us.
everything.
Yeah. Like, what are the conditions where you put it in a Pokeball and it's just like, all right.
It's just like,
So
alright,
does
bro.
like everybody know that Arceus is like the dude, or they all like, oh,
I guess they'll find it one way or another. It's
Like-
like when you catch fucking Groundon and goddamn Kyogre. It's like, yeah, I just created the being that created all of the fucking oceans.
Yeah. Do you? I mean, maybe they don't know, right? You put them in a Master Ball, and they're like, no,
So
well,
did they just
dang.
not pay attention in history class in fucking school? Or what's that, like a fucking folklore class or something?
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's like, Mom, I got this Pokemon. It transcends time and space.
It is time and space.
Accidentally, I used my only Master Ball on God.
Every
That
time
was
he calls it, it just like plays like insane like opera music, and
Like-
people are
Like,
crying. and
hey, Mom, I caught this brand new Pokemon. They created it in a lab and it killed everyone inside of it. It's like, hey, you caught it.
that always
Yeah.
cracked me up about Mewtwo.
I got it now. I'm gonna put it in the
Like,
bank.
I'm gonna put it in the back.
Yeah, the minute they made
PC.
Mewtwo, they were like, "Hey, we own you," and he's like, and it's like right
Imagine putting a Mewtwo in the PC for a fucking Bidoof.
Yeah.
You need your HM slave, bro. Who else is
Right.
gonna do fucking Waterfall?
See, I would take God with me, but
I got a bunch of Bidoofs.
yeah, I needed.
I gotta get past that tiny ass tree, bro. So
yeah, he couldn't. Mewtwo didn't want to learn cut, so.
So just like how I'm gonna cut him off the team, I'm gonna cut down that tree.
I kind of released him in the wild for a Bidoof.
Release him in the wild.
I had a shiny Bidoof, and I had to get him.
I saw a pseudo Wudo and.
I'll take the shiny, not gonna lie. The Super Saiyan Bidoof.
I hope Bidoof is the next Smash character.
I fucking hate all of you.
And his oldest Super Bidoof.
Yeah.
My
All right. Well, I think we did it, guys. I think this is what we're gonna go. Again, we already lined up the pitch meetings. We're gonna be meeting with several major important publishers here in the next couple weeks and getting these games made.
These are gonna happen.
Yeah.
Believe
so
in
that's
us.
it. That's the final. That's been it for brand and butter combos, and we'll make sure to tweet this image out in case you guys need, a reference for when these games start coming out, and you're like, what happened?
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, yeah.